So I'm with Richard Parkin today, and he's going to tell us about his bronze medal run at the British Sprints at Loughborough Uni, where he scraped onto the podium just 2 seconds ahead of fourth place and 1 second behind second.
Okay, thank you. Right, well, I would start in the start boxes because when you get the blank maps, there is something useful that you can do in a sprint in particular. You know where you're leaving to get to the start triangle, but you've got to look for anywhere that might be blocked off, sort of buildings that you need to get around, access points. So I did spot that there was a line of buildings here, and to get to that side of them you could go through this point, this point. Wasn't a problem up here. We could go around this far end. Anything this way wasn't really going to be a trap. So I had that in mind when I set off through this little gap here. Everyone was going that way. It's just a matter of getting your map folded as quickly as possible. So, is it going to work? Yes, there I go, quite slowly. Yeah, so about this point I'd worked out where the control was, so I knew that I could go through this gap here. I was probably already committed to that direction. There is another way around to this, to the west of the control, but that was fine. I just had to go left then right when I hit that building, and there was a nice big road to catch me, so that was good. I was off and running. And this is one of the trickiest controls because there's lots of little symmetrical buildings around here. So I simplified it a bit by carrying on down this road through the control and then off at the bend, and then I could see all the buildings and I could know which one I was going through. So it was a little bit of a slalom, but I knew exactly where I was, and other people who tried to be too direct got confused here and lost significant amounts of time. This is another good leg with a barrier in the way of these buildings, and there's a way around this side or that side.
Can you go through the diagonal?
You can go this way, and you can go that way.
Okay.
I saw my Minuteman coming out here, so that helped me make up my mind. Perhaps fractionally shorter that way. This is another route choice leg, which I thought it was nice and simple because a nice big path, and I could just run, know exactly where I was going. There's an option of going down the steps and in here or through there, because these are steps down. Steps are always slower than just running on a smooth path. So that did involve going up and down steps, but it was a good choice. So far I got everything right. That was a really quick leg there. Here in this little section is where I lost time just on running. That's fairly simple. It's a very significant shaped building there, sort of with curved walls. This looks complicated, this leg, but you're really not far offline if you come up here and then across. You can sneak through this side, but the distance difference is very small. And unless you're going to make big gains, it's quite sensible just to keep it simple and run as hard as you can.
Yeah, minimise the risk.
Minimise the risk, maybe get a chance to look ahead. I did look ahead at back there between 5 and 6. That's why I lost some time. This one, yes, it's quite complicated little paths, but really it's just there's a big access road here that you can just attack from. There's possibilities of going this way, but that's again a little bit more complicated. This is quite hard going uphill. again, it's quite similar. That leg there, 6 or 7, was right then left, and so was this, up the hill, right then left. Some people went this way. Same difference, really.
Yeah, it's just a case of committing yourself and getting
Exactly.
on with it,
I had
isn't
no
it,
second
I
thoughts
think?
in this particular course, and often I'm afflicted with, which one's going to be better? Which one's going to be better? I made my mind up really quickly and didn't regret it during the course.
Yeah.
which I can do, perhaps on urbans a bit more. I almost overshot this gap here because I was, I don't know, trying to get faster. So hence that's where my line is right.
Okay, yeah.
On this side. That's a simple left or right around the building's leg. Now if we move the whole thing. This is really, you suddenly realise you're actually getting towards the end of the race here. And I had to speed up there. That's it's just maintaining concentration. There's hedges there, which is slightly different to what we got before. And this is out towards where the crossing point, where the warm-up area was, and the traders. So you knew, and this is the spectator control. So this is where I decided I had to run like it was a park run, sort of right on the edge. And this actually that paid off a bit. I was a bit faster than some people there. This is a big, sort of bit messy car park, with not many cars, so it was a bit confusing. But the control was really obvious. And then this tiny little leg is you can either go that side or this side, and I was a bit slow. Lost intensity there and almost lost the medal.
Oh gosh.
I lost 5 seconds because I didn't sort of, just didn't run hard enough about it.
Maintaining that.
Yeah. So I got it back there. The controller's right in front of you there. A lot of the controls are not that difficult to find. And this is basically a long run-in now. The last control and the run-in, it's just pure running from here. Where I lost 1 place, but probably gained 2.
Right, yeah.
So the guy who finished second overtook me on that leg and into the finish, but I stayed ahead of some other people. So that is the end of the run.
Wow, exciting stuff. Yeah. And you said in the pub you had a bit of a cold that day.
I wasn't expecting to perform particularly well. I think it probably made a difference in my pace going through here, this section where I was losing time.
Yeah.
But then when I realised, I usually finish quite fast, and I realised a little bit earlier than normal that I could speed up.
Okay.
So maybe that was the difference, and I was able to. So the cold didn't make a dramatic difference to my speed. I was expecting to finish maybe 6th or 7th, so and I could easily have done, because I was only, if I'd been 6 seconds slower, I would have been 6 or 7.
Gosh, yeah.
So it worked out quite well for me.
Okay, yeah. Where did you finish in your heat?
I won my heat.
Ah, okay.
Without really doing 100%. And I was quite surprised because I didn't feel very strong either. I was breathing quite heavily, and but again, that was the same. I had a very clean race. Only mistakes I made in the heat were because there were some extra barriers put up which weren't on the map,
Right.
and it meant you had to go further around, and you could have snuck in around the corner of the building. So some people were quick enough to realise that. That can be quite disconcerting, and there was a technical bit at the end which people made mistakes on, whereas I'd looked ahead and worked out what to do. So everything was in control.
Yeah.
So I was quite pleased with myself
Yeah.
and my results.
Yeah, congratulations. That's fantastic. Yeah. So many almost runs, and then well done.
Thank you.